Si te molesta el ventilador me pega una voz,
¿Eh?
Si te molesta el ventilador me pegas una voz.
Vale. De momento no lo escucho.
¿No lo escuchas?
No.
Mira, acabo de pasar, vaya. ¿No has escuchado? Mira.
Que no te tengo la voz muy alta, más por eso.
Tenía 130.000 guiles y me lo acabo de gastar en 5 minutos.
En canciones.
En comprar todas las músicas que he visto por el Morquedere.
Sí.
Me he podido comprar 4 músicas.
Yo tengo 90.000 reunidos.
Ya compré, el otro día compré 2 y ahora me he vuelto a hacer con 140.000 guiles y me he vuelto a comprar todas las que he podido. Hace unas 4 o 5.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the decking this time.
Vaya por Dios, sí, vete por Dios.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest? From what I heard, you earned it.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders.
That's brilliant.
Is that?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already, so as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can...
Ya, misión cumplida.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's... Bearing.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Do you have a moment, Sid?
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage. They were moving in for their assault when a Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing. I can't help but...
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why, but I never...
I'll go and find them.
Thank you, Sid. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie.
That should be enough to go on.
Slavers don't even bother. There's talk at the glass.
Good girl.
Yeah!
straight home now. Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the...
I won't let that happen.
Thank you.
Don't thank me, just... They're trying to get into the carriage. Nice try.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine.
Hola, cariño.
Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get every...
Thank you.
Qué calor. Meazo. Meazo de calor, Dios mío.
The Littlands have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. If I'd just waited a little, or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No. What kind of leader sends people? I should have.
We swore the same oath as you.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, no one without severed.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a curse breaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Misión cumplida.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back. Dreadful thing.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Is that all?
What do you need? What do you want?
Oh.
No scratches, all right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And
Hola, qué guapa la nueva espada, tú, qué chula. Aunque es raro.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear. Here, what's everyone whispering about? Haven't you heard?
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? Best of luck out there, Sid.
Ah, Clive.
Hostia, tú.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodriguez.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What?
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. Oh, thank you. No one knows herb lore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain.
Hola, puerco.
It's simple enough to find if you know where to look. Unfortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue.
Cabrón. Deja que lo lea, ¿verdad?
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. This might take a while.
To me, blades!
muertos todos.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while.
Ay, Dios mío, la misión secundaria ahí.
The Litlands have been up to their old tricks again.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is unless
You'll do fine.
Nada, lo que ha dicho Sofía.
Talia trusts you. Which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision.
No se escucha pena.
And the poison, foul, and even
cursed, and yet we
conviction.
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Por fin, misiones secundarias, fuera. Vamos a lo interesante, misiones principales. El regreso de un pródigo. Un prodigio, perdón.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Esto suena un poquito a... Me suena un poquito a spoilers.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Qué pesada está diciendo el mismo todo el rato, coño.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal.
¿Qué le pasa a
Where
Torgal?
did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory.
Oui?
Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command.
Oh.
His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Hostia, Fenrir.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, And the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
¿Qué?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own. His latent birthright as a Frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
Cojones, no suena. ¿Oh?
Que esto va retrasado, tío, YouTube.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Bonito quedó todo.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Qué cookie, tío.
Sí. Más bueno. Ay, me encantó poder poner el tema de Sid aquí, tío. Que me encanta el tema, tío. Vale. Ahora...
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
I wish
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take it to
No quiero que me use para super evento, pobrecito. ¿Es secundario? Allá.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
Ah,
It's a
el
pleasure,
tío.
in hindsight. Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Me cae muy bien el tío.
Guay, guay.
Es un máquina el tío.
Ostras. Me encanta esta ciudad, tío. Me flipa. Cómo está construida. Es Minas Tirith, tío. Wow.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Ay, por favor.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan,
Bueno, lo que queda, Tito.
it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Joder.
For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Oh, oh. Esto no te ha hecho gracia, my friend. A mí tampoco.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
Qué pesada con la flor esa.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
Zorra. Oh, qué asco de tío.
May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Have been up to their old
It's just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of... Was left the Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. Add it to my nephew's coffers, would you?
Que haga tranquilo. Y sobre todo, muy importante, por dentro.
2,000? And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Ten cuidado que se te derrite la caca.
Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as
Te empieza a salir la caca
and
líquida
every
porque se ha
bit as
derretido.
feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Bicho malo nunca muere.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Ya voy, uncle.
Here for another of my lectures. We met under curious circumstances. Naturally.
Hola, maricón.
Still.
Hola, perro.
How may I help you today? Here's the latest information I have. Study it well, Clive. Very good.
Very good.
With a little help from Sid, of course.
Otto, Otarius.
Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet.
Tiene muchas aliadas el sí, ¿eh? Todas mujeres, ¿eh?
We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks.
Un Casanova.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
¿Partimos o qué?
All right, Uncle.
We shall.
Let's go. New adventures. Uy, qué calor, marica.
I was a young man when last I walked this path.
O la música, tú.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Un enigma entre las arenas. Hasta que tengo problemas con nuestro vehículo.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Stay down!
Attack! Mogul, kill!
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way, accompanying your father father on a scouting expedition to Strange Fang. He let me come with him. I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
¿Te imaginas?
I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Vamos a estar escondidos en las profundidades de las dunas.
¿La duna qué es?
Son las arenas que hay aquí en Maspalomas, que son dunas del desierto, o sea, no, son como montañas de arena, son enormes. Que ahí te puedes perder fácilmente.
Yeah. No caer a la brava de que te pierdas tú por ahí, no por más, ¿no?
Que te va mal. Por suerte no soy como Zorro. Zorro ahí se pierde seguro, y eso que no es tan grande, pero... Creo que son unos 5 o 6 kilómetros más o menos de uno. No son muchos.
Bueno, no es mucho, ¿verdad?
Y está al lado de la playa. Sí, exacto, un mini desierto, como dice Marta, un mini desierto.
There she is, the good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Drink
la barca llega a África y a vivir en el desierto.
O aquí hay otro.
Bueno, a África nosotros, los andaluces, lo tenemos abajo.
Sí.
Y Marruecos.
Marruecos. Uy, cinemática. Uy, Torgal, pasa. Mi espada parece una espada láser.
Look there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
¿Por qué no?
Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Pollito. Pollito. ¡Hala! A los Assassin's Creed.
Good day to you. Eating?
Qué susto.
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Los chocobo, que a
Right
mí
you
se
are.
los como.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Una sopa de chocobo, que a mí se los como.
Would you rather be my squire?
Es como si aquí te comieras un caballo. No. Coño, está. Coño, que el hermano está en el mismo sitio que él.
Sí.
Hostia, está en la mierda tú.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on.
Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Water. Por favor, que se encuentre, sería bonito. Sobre todo el tío. Venga, por fin. Que se encuentre. Odio eso. Tan cerca y tan lejos a la vez.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Oh.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Chavales, no conviene.
Sorry, lads. But we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Ay, Dios mío. El tío soy yo. Mira cómo se inspira.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Que el sol se sobra. El gundeo. El tío se pone a comer.
It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
Uy, de culito. Chao, pescado. Tú me estás dando.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
Ya, pones en fila. Ahí. Pobrecito. ¿Dos tanto por estos mequetrefes?
For your trouble.
Sí, definitivamente
Word
soy
of
tío.
advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Maybe this emergency is they...
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Furder. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Tienes harto ya, coño. Por culo.
Vas a estar mucho más tiempo jugando.
¿Eh?
Vas a estar mucho más tiempo jugando.
1 hora más mínimo. Pobrecito. Finitin intancante. ¿Cinemática? Sí. Bueno, mini cinemática.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in. Your skill with the blade is rare indeed.
¿Qué dijiste?
Cuando acaba la cinemática me avisa.
Vale.
My lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here,
Panes de pita.
taste.
The most fragrant herbs and
My
spices.
carpets.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss. Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble.
Ya acabó.
Ah, al final se me olvida.
Ya acabó, ¿eh?
¿Ha acabado?
Sí.
Escúchame, con atención. Yo me voy a acostar.
Vale.
¿Vale? Estás en un punto. No te voy a decir cuándo ni cómo, ¿sabes? Pero vas a llegar un momento en que vas a entrar en una zona y vas a estar agachado. Tú vas a ver que está Clay agachado. Yo que tú, mi consejo es que lo dejes ahí. Porque esa zona es de 2 horas y media mínimo. Porque después no puedes guardar. Porque a mí me ha pasado esta tarde.
¿Pero que lo dejes aquí ya o que avance ahí?
No, aquí no. Avanza hasta que Clay tú ves que está agachado. Que entra por una zona y se pone agachado, para que no lo vean.
Vale.
Si lo recuerdas, claro. Porque esa zona no puedes guardar.
Hostia.
Puedes guardar donde yo te estoy diciendo. Ahora ya después no.
Vale.
Desde que empiece la morralla, como digo yo.
Sí.
Así que, mi opinión, ¿eh? Si vas a estar más tiempo, pues sí. Pues,
no, tanto no me está, no.
Y mañana después de comer, yo esa zona la quiero ver.
Vale.
Yo mañana después de comer esa zona la quiero ver contigo. Me apetece, me hace ilu.
No, sí, son de tantas horas y no me está tanto. Pero vamos, estoy quedando dormido.
Son 2 horitas en la zona esa.
Ah, vale.
2 horitas. Si lo haces todo rapidito, 1 horita y media.
Vale. Pues bueno, buenas noches.
Buenas noches a ti. Besitos para ti y para Marta. Que estaba por ahí, creo.
Sí, aún está por ahí.
Descanséis los dos. Buenas noches.
Oh, venga, hasta mañana.
Mañana, Gris.
Mañana, loco. Chao.
Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Sí, te deseo buenas noches también.
Thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Light, meat, and dark. Fresh from the grill. You wouldn't believe how much.
Sí, sí, sí.
What can I do for you, soldier?
Ahí guardo y ya lo hago bañado, si no.
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
Sí, mañana te lo
He'll probably
pongo.
be back at the inn by now.
Me lo supongo. Oh.
Needed to a silken
Juiciest meat from
softness.
Greensmith.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the...
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out-of-towners.
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
A ver, Torga, ¿dónde está Mick?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right.
I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to...
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
Let me treat you. I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Silver platters! Plates and pots!
Do you think they'll be back? I need a new dress.
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpets have pride of place in...
Ready, go?
All right.
Bravo! You're finished.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them! Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle! I'm just getting warmed up! Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know
Clive.
So well, Clive. You held up your... To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already... And those left behind have been encouraged.
Thank you. And please allow me to... you still have the purse I gave to the soldiers.
Oh, dear.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Buck...
No, thank you.
Of all the...
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall...
Thank you.
And please, tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back...
Umia Lostelan. Tuisa Achilles.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Pues bueno, vamos a dejarlo aquí. Que ya nos está costando seguir. Ya mañana más.